Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of Kenya, is the one that is going to determine who is going to be the next president of Kenya 2027. Campaign has already started, but during the launch of Jubilee Party, Uhuru came out and criticized whatever that the Gachagua is spreading about tribalism and about one term, two term. He came and criticized about it, and he told Kenyans that they should choose leaders that champion for their agenda. He came also and criticized whatever that Ruto is saying, that is a hustler, yet is the one that is bringing Kenya down. The allies of President William Samoei Ruto came out and criticized whatever that Uhuru said, claiming that Uhuru is the king of poverty, that Kenya is in this mess because of Uhuru Kenyatta. Something that these allies of Ruto doesn't know, that they are the one that were talking about the bad thing that the president is doing. What made them to change their ways? And why do you think that Kenyans should trust those people that were criticizing the president of the Republic of Kenya, complaining that he's a conman, that is someone that is championing for his own self-interest? They are the one that are claiming that Ruto is the best president in Africa. That is the governor of Homa Bay. That is the opposition, the former opposition party leader known as Raila Amolo Odinga, claiming that Ruto is the best president in the whole world. Remember that let's start with the time that Moi Kibaki was the president, Raila came out and joined the government. Remember that the time that Moi was the president, Raila came out and joined the government. Remember that the time that right now Uhuru was the president, Raila came in and joined Uhuru's government. Kenyans, why do you think that you should trust Raila Amolo Odinga? I think that in this situation, Raila is the biggest conman in the whole world when it comes to political interest, because there is no government that has been formed that Raila hasn't joined. And is the person that was first in forefront criticizing whatever that this government were doing. How can you join a government that you are fighting? You are joining in. Right now, your allies, the ODM, most of the members in the ODM are claiming that Ruto is the best president here in Kenya. That is something that also Ruto should be very careful. Let's say that if Kalonzo wins the next election, we don't know. If Gachagua wins the next election, if Matiang'i wins the next election, will Raila join them and claim that they are the best president? Is this guy not selfish? Is this guy not thinking about himself? Kenyans should be awake. The Gen Zs are registering for voting. It is time for the Gen Zs to wake up. It is time for the Gen Zs to take their votes, because those votes are the ones that may make them to choose leaders that are going to a champion for their common agenda. It is time for the leaders that have been against the Gen Z to go home. It is time for the youth to choose leaders that are ready to serve them. Uhuru Kenyatta, let me just be honest, he wasn't a good president. But whatever that Uhuru did to the people, it was very amazing. Uhuru was remorseful. The time that economy was very high, Uhuru tried to balance it. The time that people didn't have job, Uhuru came out with the kazi mtaani. Right now, whatever that the government is doing, it is very sad. It means that something that they are doing for their own self-interest. This affordable housing, have you asked yourself, where does this material come from? Who is collecting this amount of money? And you are going to pay rent, you are going to pay a certain amount of money. Where will those money goes to? Have you asked yourself about that? Where is that money going to be used? Someone has studied engineering. Someone has studied education. Someone has studied media. Will this person that has studied media go and build this affordable housing in the essence that you are saying that you are creating employment? Something that youth should be awake. Something that youth should be sober. Whatever that Uhuru Kenyatta said, it is something that needs to be taken with a lot of caution. And stop these leaders that they are doing things for their own self-interest to stop whatever that they are doing and do things for the common interest of Kenyans. It is time for Kenyans to stand up. It is time for Kenyans to work together. Something that most of the people should be very cautious with this Kenyan government. Right now, to be honest, we doesn't have opposition. We doesn't have opposition. If Gachagua could be part of the government, he could not be criticizing whatever that this government are doing to Kenyans. That was something that cannot be trusted. If Kalonzo could be part of the government, he could be not be talking ill about the government. So this what we should do as the youth, as you are going to register for the next coming election. We should choose leaders that are ready to serve us. We should choose the leaders that have common interest of us as youths. It is not time to choose leaders that have common interest to their own stomach. Right now, from A to Z, there is no leaders that is championing the agenda of common Kenyans. Dear Gen Zs, the time that you are going to register today as voters, remember that you should choose leaders that are ready to serve you, leaders that are ready to champion your common agenda. It is time for change. It is time for new regime. It is time for new blood. That is whatever that is currently happening in Africa. Those youths are the ones that are going to bring change here in Africa. Not only Kenyans, but the whole of Africa is being run by youth. 55% of people in Kenya are youth. If these youths join forces, if these youths come together, they can make a country to be better. These youths are the ones that can stand together and support one another. Don't expect politicians, don't expect those people that are currently in power to come in and support us as youth. Youth, we should use our brain to make it here in Kenya. If you're new here, kindly subscribe, click the notification button for you to never ever miss any news that we post here in our channel, because we always focus on whatever that is trending in the world of internet. Chris Nolan TV, the home of trending news. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers. With your support, with your love, I know that we are going to reach 1,000 subscribers. We always talk about civic education on the Gen Zs and the people that are over here in Kenya. Until next time, we always say, guys, kindly subscribe. For you to get more of civic education, you are just going to get it here on Jeff Otieno TV. Until next time, we always say, game over.